You join me here today down at Linear Fisheries on Oxley's Lake. It is absolutely baking hot. All the fish we've seen have been on the surface at range, so today we've been firing out zigs long and using really heavy controllers to get out there. Thankfully we've got with us today the latest rod in the Daiwa Carp range, that is the EMBLEM XT. As I said earlier, we've been fishing at long range using heavy leads to get out there, long zig rigs. We've even had a go with some really heavy surface controllers as well, and actually we've lost a single fish today. So not only does it show it's got the nice backbone to get the rods and rigs out there, it's also we've got a lovely playing action to the rod to cope with the lunges of the fish. As I said, we're using quite light hook links, small hooks, so like I said, the fact we've not lost any is a really good proof that the rod has got a lovely playing action. So as you can tell, we've really had a chance to put these rods through their paces today. So what's happened with the rods? Well, over the last 18 months, it's been completely redesigned. We've gone back to basics and we've started with a whole new blank. It's actually thinner than the previous EMBLEM, and that gives you a really good starting point to design this new rod from. There's 4 models in the range. There's a 10-foot, 3.5 pound test curve rod. There's 2 12-foot rods, one at 3 1/4 and one at 3 3/4, and then there's a 13-foot rod, again in 3 3/4. So you've really got something to suit whatever style of fishing you're doing, whether that's blasting it out to the horizon on a big gravel pit, or it's fishing smaller intimate venues, maybe with your 10-foot rods. Now I'm going to talk to you about some of the technology that the rod uses. First up, we've got the X45 technology. This is an exclusive technology to Daiwa, and it usually only features on some of the really top of the range rods. So the fact it's on this blank is really something special. The X45 technology means that there's going to be far less blank twist, and there's also a higher torque resistance, which means there's a greater conversion of casting energy. In fishing terms, that means you're going to be able to cast a lot further and a lot more accurately. Next up is the high volume fibre or HVF technology, which refers to the carbon compound of the rod. In this case, there's less resin used, which makes the whole rod a lighter product, and it overall improves the performance of the rod. Next up, the rod also features V-joint alpha technology. What this does is eliminate potential flat spots on the joint of the rod, which ultimately in fishing terms means you're going to get a nice smooth action through the rod, and that also improves casting energy. The rod also features American Tackle tie forge guides, which are incredibly lightweight, and they'll offer reduced friction and incredible casting performance. To finish up with, the rod's got the extremely comfortable Fuji DPS reel seats, fully abbreviated shrink wrap handle with a 1K carbon infill. Today I've paired the rods up with the latest EMBLEM 35 SCW QD reel, and it's lent itself perfectly to the rod, giving me a nice balanced setup, and I've thoroughly enjoyed using them today. If you want to find out more about the products, get down to your local Daiwa stockist or check out the Daiwa Carp website.